Welcome, everyone, and welcome to our channel, Just Unsecure. Today, we've got a really good topic for you, known as deepfakes and the new cybersecurity warfare. But before we go ahead and start talking about that, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you real soon. I'm your co-host, Babs, and right there. We're just information security evangelists and enthusiasts talking about everything cybersecurity and information security as you'd want to know. Like I said earlier, today's topic is an interesting one. We're going to be talking about deepfakes and the new cybersecurity warfare. I'll let you lead the way. Deepfakes is becoming an issue, but let our viewers and subscribers know more about deepfakes.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. Deepfake is not new. Maybe now it's becoming mainstream, as Babas has mentioned, but it's not new. Deepfake has been going on since the 1990s in different forms. But what is really deepfake? So sometimes we throw this word around and then we hear it in the news and all of that. So deepfake is only what you know, that when a person actually design an existing image or video or messages to replace what someone else has said. Probably right now, maybe someone has my own deepfake right now trying to do that. But the bottom line is to actually deceive using machine learning and artificial intelligence. Now, before, it used to be just plain images, plain videos run somehow, cartoons run in a different way. But now it's being artificial intelligence, machine learning is now being used to manipulate and generate visual and audio.
I think for anyone coming into the cybersecurity space or information security space, you'll see the deepfake as a new dimension in social engineering. You realize social engineering started off with, trying to convince someone by, talking to them and tricking them into doing things they would not necessarily do. So there's a famous guy, forgotten his name, whereby I was able to call people to convince them to do things that they did not know they were being social engineered to do that. Spot on, that's the guy. And it goes like that. Even your email scams now, some people get emails and some people send $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 to a random person because of an email they received. That is social engineering. Now, the next phase of it all is deepfakes, being able to
make it real.
Yes. Imagine having a video of your mom sending you a video and your mom saying, please send me $20,000. I need it now. You have no doubt because it's a video of your mom. You know your mom. Yeah. And she's telling you to send her money. You'll be like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But that's a deepfake.
Yeah.
So
taking it further as well, some of us who are working in the enterprise, so how does this affect me? So you can imagine someone getting a video or a voiceover of your manager, CEO, making an announcement that your company is at risk. And you know what that can do to the market almost immediately. Market react to things in seconds. And also you can imagine right now, what the email has been doing at the moment, in which they send an email, they spoof one of your CEO's email, and they send it to your accountant to transfer money. And that was done. It was actually done last year, where a CEO email was sent around, and then the CFO wired some money. So you can now imagine when it's now a voiceover or an image or something that is sent around. So that's a big risk because it is not believable.
Exactly. That's what I was about to just even pitch in, that the deepfakes make it even harder for you to identify what is real and what is fake. So like you rightfully said, if my manager calls me, I might doubt it. But if my manager video calls me with a video and tells me, do this, you'll be like, oh yeah, that is him. And you're going to definitely do it. So imagine, especially in organizations, financial organizations that need approval for transactions, and you getting a deep fake video for you to move some money, and you saw the video, it's him, that's the way he talks, that's the way he instructs, you're going to actually do it. But again, that is the deep fake and the critical things it can do within an organization. But now I want to go back to the main topic, which is the new warfare, which is also a warfare what we've been talking about. From a country's perspective, it can be used to destabilize countries instead of from a political perspective, military perspective, else, just name it. It's something that people have been talking about that will start to materialize starting from 2022 onwards. It's not being used that much yet. To be honest, it's not being used. But once the elements of bad people start using it, start saying how well they can convince people with deep fakes, then you will see a wildfire on use of deep fakes within the industry.
Yep. So it's being used in one kind. So my question is now, what exactly is providing this opportunity? So, something must be leveraged on, right? So one of the things that you and I discussed and saw was the hyper connectivity. That means right now, all of us are connected in one way or the other. We put our face out there, we put our video out there, our social media stuff is running everywhere. These are our digital footprint. So are you saying it's much more difficult to do? I'm saying it's really easy to do. Now it's moving from physical and it's going to digital.
And like you truthfully say, remember, social media is now becoming, I would say, pandemic. We're on it as well, but it's now becoming where everybody goes to for information. So imagine your influencers being deepfaked, an influencer with 10 million subscribers, deepfaking all the subscribers to say, go and do A, B, C, go and buy this stock, go and sell this stock, go and jump off a cliff. Again, these are what deepfakes can actually do, because we don't know where it's going. Right now, like you truly say, is in the entertainment world. Everybody's using it in the entertainment world. If you're using Snapchat and you go to some the settings in Snapchat, you're able to adjust your face in different elements. Yep. The only difference right now is that deepfake, you will talk by another person, but it's not you talking. Absolutely. So that concept should be in everybody's mind. That is a very, very, it's going to be a game changer when it comes to cyber warfare.
Yeah, that's why we're raising this right now, because we know the way it's going. Remember, we talked about face swap. So if you remember that app, so don't think it's too far from us. It's actually close. So make sure you know where your executives, where your important people, and myself and yourself, where we have our digital footprint. That will help us to be able to control the kind of information put out there and all of that, of course. So we have said it provides major security threats. Mm-hmm. So in one way, what are the few ways that we think that this can be prevented, so to say? We know that video identity is the major thing.
Yeah.
So
for me, I think again, for everything out there, the deepfakes is an opportunity where people need to know that before antivirus detection system, there were viruses. So same thing, deepfakes will come, and there needs to be anti-deepfakes, being able to recognize what is there, what is not there. But I think for organizations and general businesses, it's all about PPT, people, processes, and technology. If your people are educated strongly in terms of being able to notice when something is not right, notice that, okay, this might be a deep fake, because deep fake might come. Like we said, it's new into the industry, so it will take a while to catch up to be a perfect system. But once your people are not trained, they will fall for it. Many people fall for emails, which is still the basic.
They still do.
Exactly. So if you're not trained to see it, you will not be able to detect it. So the first thing is people, and like we said, processes, being able to understand what to do when you feel a sense of this is not right. Okay. And the last one, like I said, technology. Technology is always going to combat any other form of risk that deepfakes might bring up. Again, remember, deepfake is made with technology. There's going to be a counter technology to ensure that you're able to notice when a deepfake is trying to exploit things within the industry, within the cyber world. I don't know if you have anything else.
Yeah, no, spot on. I think you hit it right there. I don't think we are going to combat artificial intelligence and machine learning with something else. We are not going to. So definitely we are not going to. So one thing I would say right now, because security leaders might that we have following us might be saying, so what should I do? Apart from what Babs have said, so what should I do? Definitely risk. You need to actually manage your risk. There's little that you can do right now, but you must master the risk of deepfake to your organization. You have to know that and being able to build cyber resilience around that. Who are the people, for example, we have communication executives that are always out there saying something to the newspaper, say something to the TV. You have our executive right now on social media, and they say something about the company, they interview them. What are the risks? Who are those risky individuals that if something happens to them, then it might be a way in which to come in. So you need to build a cyber defense, cyber resilience around such an organization. I don't know if you have something else. I know you'll be thinking of framework.
Yes, absolutely. I was going to say, always try to use a framework that guides your organization for you to be able to detect, protect, and act. And normally I go with the NIST cybersecurity framework. And in one of our earlier episodes, we got a professional to talk about the entire, steps and what to do within the cyber security framework. So for me, I would say, yes, if you're a professional worried about deep fakes, and again, it's a methodology you need to follow, which is, for me, the NIST cybersecurity framework. It's always my go-to to have a process to be able to identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. Once you have that process all lined out, then you'll be able to assimilate not just even deepfakes, malware, viruses, everything that comes within the cybersecurity world. You'll be able to say, okay, these are the way I identify all the way to recover from such situations. That's why I normally say, I have a framework. It might not be NIST, but I always recommend NIST cybersecurity framework, generally accepted and approved by other security professionals.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One thing that kept coming to my mind while we're still talking is about a trick that I know that probably most security leaders are not doing right now is when your executive send an email, how do you sign the email? For instance, how do you sign your communication electronically? Now you're not sending memo in the office anymore because nobody's for instance. So how does your executive sign? Most of us are not even using the common one, which is PKI.
Yeah,
which it's common just for them to be able to sign at the top with their own private key to sign to say, yes, this is coming from me, because that is what everybody in your organization can know, that, yeah, there's a communication coming because this is the private key signed at the bottom of my CEO. If it's not there, those are simple things that might be coming on. I think we should be looking at that technology as well that can probably sign a digital voice or digital stuff from.
Yeah.
And those are coming in metal. Those are coming in 3.0, where in the metaverse, that's what everybody say. That is coming in which when you hold an avatar, it is your avatar.
Avatar, yeah.
So it is nobody else because your signature is on it. Everybody's able to verify through the blockchain. I think already things are in work to be able to combat that. But don't forget right now, even in ordinary email, there are things that you can actually do to educate your executive. They don't have to do anything. In fact, you can use a YubiKey on their computer or their phone to just digitally just sign with their public key. And that they save a lot. And then, of course, educate your constituency. Educate your constituency.
We always bang on that. You need to educate everyone to be able to have that leverage a little bit. It might not be a lot, but you have that leverage of saying, okay, my people are trained, my people are aware, my people are educated to find the first level. So yeah.
And on another lighter mood, one institution that might be affected by deepfake are politicians. Politicians are like static, and then the influencers, as you have mentioned. So if you're in an industry where you are protecting an influencer, make sure that this is a big risk. In fact, it is happening already. We have tons of story, perhaps, that.
Yeah, from our country. So there are different stories. You never even know what is true, what is a lie. Everybody just, it's the social media pandemic, but it is what it is for now. So
our subscribers should follow us on how this develops. You can send us an email on juteam@justunsecure.com. You can leave comments on our Facebook, on our Twitter, and all of that, and also on this channel that you're watching. Beautiful. We'll respond to you on what the topic. I'll take it to Babs.
Well, thank you. I think you mentioned everything. We are here to always provide the best information security and cybersecurity updates as we know it, and dive into more topics that are not generally common out there. So, if you want any particular topic, like O said, email us. Let's know more. But don't forget to subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with everything we come out with. And see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you all.